Move stuff out the way. Put those away. Yeah, there, I think. There we go. Right, so relatively short flight today. I think it's the shortest one I've done so far. Everything should be alive, good. And then weights and balance. Oops, that was the wrong one. Yeah, somewhere around there should be fine. Half a tank's good. And we want it to be go. And that. There we go, 3 of 3 have gone now, so nothing should be getting missed. Back to world map. Right, I think we're good. Can't quite see where the, in this mode, can't see where the sun is, but should be plenty of time. Sun's only just going down here, although I'm quite far south, so, and it's summer. So the sun stays up very late. Very late. I'll be amazed if I have anybody watching today, apart from maybe Christy might. If she gets the message. I could directly tell her as well. Might do that. She might want to watch. Looks like a nice day out. Oops. Right. I do like this skin. Very nice. Ooh, something's starting up. Sounds like he's gonna mow. I have no idea where I parked last time, but it must have been pretty close.
TOS system test. Okay.
So it said it really soon that time, like it said it. I wonder if it's because it said something to do with the backup battery. It might be. Okay. Sheesh. So we should be seeing the Taj Mahal today, which would be nice. It's been a 350 megabyte update as well. I don't know if
Victor India 7, find traffic at Denzel 76 is taxiing to runway 27.
So the AI, that is done. Am I going to 27, am I? Which would be that end. Right. Do we get a, can we get a pushback? We can't. Oh. I want to duck your head then, mate. Oh, it's gonna be real close. But we can do it. Right. Ah, it's given us the directions, that's lovely. Oh, does it reckon this one? 27, yeah, it would be. I think. Yeah, no, that's 12, so I was reading 12 as like almost 21. Which wasn't overly helpful. Right, I'm gonna don't want to be halfway down the runway. Taxi down to a little turnaround. What's the wind doing? Ooh, 11 knot headwind. Well, this flight's going to take longer than an hour then, isn't it? Might not be the shortest flight I've done. Almost forgot which controls my brakes then. That could have been unfortunate. Alright, runway 27. And yeah, we'll be going straight out, really. Yeah, straight out.
Victor India 7, find traffic at Denzel 76 taking off runway 27 departing straight out.
Alright. Haven't seen any other aeroplanes in the sky. Minimize that for now. Let's go. Let's move that off the menu bar. We go. Very good. Clear skies. Okay, so autopilot and hold altitude for now, but we'll go the nav. Let's go to 5,000, I reckon. Short hop. We might get better winds, maybe. Let's see. And drop that speed down to 75, so we should climb nice and quickly. I should turn down my volume a wee bit. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was a little bit louder. There we go. Nice quick climb. It's really quite steep. There we go. Less steep now, it's got to the 75. Oh no! some waypoint there we managed to not activate. Oh well. Relatively short flight, so it's not going to bother us for too long. Just got one of those bugs. Two people watching. 3 people. Oh my god. Hello. Do say hi, don't be shy. It's going to be a really short flight by my standards today. And we're going to be flying to right near where the Taj Mahal is. name of the place is already escaping. It was something like Agar or something. If I can find it again. Agra. Possibly butchering that name, but that's certainly how it's spelt. And on the map, in this game, it was Agra AB, so I don't know if that's an Air Force base or something. Hey, Jenny! Absolutely living it. How you doing? I have to get you down here to jump in this. I've got this annoying waypoint here at the moment. I managed to not trigger it back there. It's annoying, but it's a short flight, so it's not going to be there for too long. Well, it's going to be there till the end of the flight, but the flight's not going to be very long. So, have you visited the Taj Mahal, Jenny? Would be something. Hey, Sophie. How you doing, Sophie? I've got 2 of my favourite people in the chat now. I'm guessing the 3rd person watching is Christy, but she's probably watching on Twitch. You guys should totally watch me on Twitch. I'm guessing it is. Ah, you did visit it. Nice. That's I've been to a couple of interesting spots in the sim so far. There was another place that was like a burial mound. Had no idea what it was when I first discovered it, and then did a bit of research. It's like a burial mound for Buddhist monks. Can't remember what on earth it was called now. It was made of brick, and it had all these I don't know what you'd call it, kind of engravings around the outside. Although most of them looked like most of them had broken and fallen off at some point. And there were these ruins. I'm assuming were ruins because they look like what you get left over after an area with a lot of buildings has finally succumbed to time, and there's just the foundations left, and then it's people, archaeologists, dig it up. And is there tea and nuts on this flight? I could make that very, very not family friendly. Well, funny you should mention tea. I am drinking a great big mug of tea at the moment. And even funnier that you should mention nuts, but no, I have no nuts at the moment. Not edible ones anyway. Oh, we're just about at 5,000 feet. And what's the wind doing at this? It hasn't changed. If anything, it's gotten slightly worse, still going into 13 knots. Oh well. Oh, I should lean out the mixture. Just going a wee bit more. Hopefully we'll get a bit more ground speed at least. Sophie said, Sophie, why are you calling me cute? Make me blush. I'm glad I don't have a camera on. Too much info there. What? I don't have any nuts. Got no cashews, no peanuts, no almonds, no macadamias. Love some macadamias. Well, there is a back seat. God, I wonder if anybody's ever shagged in the back seat of us, and somebody must have. It's got to have been done. Let's have a look outside. I wish that would go away. Got to make sure next time I take off, I definitely need to keep an eye on it, because I could have just, if I'd noticed it on takeoff, I could have gone back, landed, and it probably would have gone away. Something about the ground temperature. Did I say ground temperature? I think I probably meant ground speed if I was talking about ground stuff. We've got a ground speed of 113 knots at the moment, which is actually really, really good considering we're going into a headwind. And the outside temperature at the moment is 14 degrees, but we are at 5,000 feet, so I didn't pay enough attention. But I can, once we land, we've got an ETA of 60 minutes, which is good. That's actually pretty much bang on time. Once we land, then I can check the outside air temperature, although before we land I'm going to do at least one fly around the Taj Mahal, see how it looks in game. It's not always the most it's reasonable representation from up high, but yeah, sometimes they do look a little bit too clean and shiny. There was, I think Thailand I was in, and there was a palace there that I flew around, and I had a look at what that looked like in real life, and yeah, it was a lot less gold and shiny compared to what it is in the game. Precious pink valuable stones in the Taj Mahal. Oh, is that like throughout the walls or something? The monkeys had a hell of a time in some places where when COVID hit and the tourists stopped, there was nobody feeding the monkeys anymore, which led to a bit of pandemonium. But it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And what is the local time? It is 20 past 2 in the afternoon. It's a good thing about this trip around the world now. If I'm a bit late, it doesn't matter so much because the time is so much further in the next part, in this part of the world. Jenny says she had her own guide and a guide and a private guide. Did you have two guides? Seems a bit greedy. Yes, okay, all the walls had the pink was it semi-precious, did you say? Oh, just you said valuables. Valuable stones. It shines in the moonlight. Oh, that would look amazing. Reminds me of those I think they're Chinese bowls, where they put rice in when they, at least I think that's how it's done, they put rice in it when they put them in the kiln, and it leaves these translucent rice-shaped... Oh, wow, you had a bodyguard. Probably not a silly idea, honestly. Now have 4 people watching. 3 on Facebook. Say hello if you're watching on Facebook. I've already had Sophie send me a couple of messages for you. She called me cute and then said that I gave too much information. Oh, wow. sounds like India was definitely a life-changing experience in more ways than one. Lost somebody on Facebook. Bye. Was it Sophie? Was it Sophie abandoning me? See if it makes Sophie angry. She'll say something. You're still there, Sophie? You're coming to karaoke on Friday. Nah, she's ignoring me now. Ah, she's there. Bite me, smartass. You're not. Is that you're not coming to? You're not coming to karaoke on Friday. Why? Why are you not coming to karaoke on Friday, Sophie? I remember when I was living in, I think I said this on one of my previous flights, as I've been crossing the Indian subcontinent, that had a lot of like either friends of my parents or I was too young to have any friends that had gone to India myself, but lots of young people in Perth that had actually no, that my ex-wife had gone through India. Said it was like an amazing experience and spiritual this and spiritual that, and so many people it did turn me off a wee bit. Yeah, some people, yeah, seems to be a lot of disingenuous sort of stuff going on, but I don't know, I haven't had too much of that in my life recently, so yeah, I'd like to go to India just for the sake of, being a sticky beak, having a look around. Yeah, poverty's pretty deeply ingrained in India. It's like a completely different level to poverty in so many other places. So Sophie might be coming to. I'd love to see you at karaoke, Sophie. I might be able to convince Jenny to come as well, possibly, maybe. Yeah, it's fun chatting on stream. So normally I have most of my viewers either on Twitch or YouTube, because I'm streaming there at the same time. But then occasionally Facebook lights up and I get a whole bunch of people watching on Facebook, so it's been good doing all three, although if I do reach affiliate on Twitch, where they might start to, if I get enough viewers, basically get to the point where you can start earning money off ads and stuff like that. And once you get to that level, you're not allowed to stream to other places at the same time, so I'll have to do separate streams for Twitch. But I might still do Twitch's streams on YouTube and Facebook. YouTube and Facebook, yes. Just as a separate wee thing. See how they go. As I said, it seems to be. Jenny's saying hi to Sophie. Oh, now I'm down to is my counter broken? I think my counter is broken. It says I've only got one person watching me now on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure Sophie and Jenny are still there. Yay, people in my chat are talking to each other. Thank you guys for popping in. Me company. Don't know if you're going to be here for the whole flight, but it's very much appreciated when people stop in, and especially when they say hi. If I get you coming in regularly enough, I might convince both of you to jump over to Twitch. I know Sophie's already done the Twitch thing a bit, but it's a bit difficult when people are used to using, you know, either Facebook or YouTube or whatever. That's their thing of habit. But yeah, because we got was it another friend of mine and Sophie's, Shay. He does streaming on Twitch. He just does it on Twitch. He got affiliate recently. I've got guy I've been doing a bunch of streaming with for this flight simulator. His channel is Brett Plays. He was just streaming for YouTube, but I think he started streaming on both YouTube and Twitch recently. He's given that a bit of a go. His Twitch is still very small, but his YouTube's growing quite quickly. I'm assuming that was supposed to be By the Way, you think, or Bio, was it? Yeah. No, you think Adam sounds... Hang on. I'm trying to understand the beginning of that sentence, so I think I get the general gist of it. Adam sounds like the flight captain. The airspeed is now over at 5,000 feet. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently cruising at 5,000 feet at an airspeed of 116 knots. We'll be arriving in Agra in about 15 minutes. We don't have our usual in-flight movie, as it's quite a short flight, but please do help yourself to refreshments in the back of the seat. That wasn't rehearsed and pretty awful, but hey. No, I think we are currently heading towards New Delhi. Let me just check the map. Where is it? Aha. Yep, so there's Taj Mahal. So New Delhi will be northwest of us. So yeah, I think New Delhi will be the next place to fly to after you like the unrehearsed captain speech. I might have to practice it a bit more then. But yeah, so New Delhi after Agra. Is it Agra? Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Should only be about an hour to fly, and there's maybe an hour and a half, hour and a quarter, somewhere around there. So yeah, flying definitely makes things so much quicker, even in a slow plane like this. It's still doing about 200 k's an hour. Maybe even more, maybe. I'm trying to remember what the... Probably closer to 230 k's an hour? Ground speed at 112 knots, whatever that is. I'm guessing about 230, maybe 225. Let's do it. So 12 knots. kph. I overestimated a wee bit. 207.4241. But yeah, that's a good speed. You generally, unless you're in Germany, you don't get roads where you can maintain that kind of speed for any length of time. Wow. Legally, anyway. There's definitely roads you can do that in Australia quite comfortably with their speed limit's only 110 in most places. Which was always a bit disappointing. There's urine. That's not good. I wish I knew if the winds were less up high, but hopefully the winds will back off actually. Don't know if I can. Try and quickly check on my phone. Let's have a look. I could show it on the stream as well. I'll show it if it's interesting, what the weather's doing around this area. So we'll go to India. Oh no, it's pretty meh. Oh, we got a bit unlucky. There's a fairly narrow corridor of wind and we're basically flying right into it. A lot of the other places in India either got the winds heading in the right direction for us or more turbulent, sort of either here nor there. So yes, we got unlucky with the wind, but well, it could be worse. Could be a lot worse. I've had worse. The what's the tie? Is that educate me, Jenny. What's the tie? All this farmland amazes me though. These little villages. So many people, even in these remote places. Ah, the Taj. Yes, yep. Once we get, because I don't think that the airport's really close by. So yeah, once we get close enough, then I'll drop out, because I've only climbed to 5,000 feet, which is not very high. Oh, stop it, just there we go, come on. And then, yeah, normally the flights I do don't, oh, I wish the interface on this was a little bit better. Let's cross, so normally my flights don't fit, because I can only zoom out so far on this map, and normally my flights go well off. So yeah, it's just a little hour-long flight. We're about halfway through, although that's a bit weird. It's still saying 42 minutes. I think it's this headwind is messing with us. Although we'll gain a lot of time on the descent. Remember, Jenny says she remembers all the little guys with just... Oh, all the little huts with just straw on the roofs. Yeah. I don't think that's well shown in this. Yeah, once we get about here, I'll descend and have a fly around. The Taj Mahal is, it might even be sooner once I hit the end of this zone here. Yeah, there's lots of buildings, probably about the right colour down there. Although they might be being a bit generous with some of the look of some of the structure on those buildings. It's probably a lot more sort of slightly more rickety buildings. Yeah, yep. You get that in not just India, but a lot of the Asian countries do that as well. Just fit everyone and everything on a scooter with a 50 or 80 cc or whatever they the limits allow there. I tell you what, they get my respect. That is making the most of very, very little. As I understand it, there are road rules, but they're more they turn out to be more guidelines than actual rules. Yeah, that is completely unenforced. But yeah, it seems to work. Although I saw, probably a couple of years ago now, some of the Indians in some of the villages in India were getting really sick of, I think it was truck drivers, not obeying the rules, like not even trying, not even close to obeying the rules, and causing accidents and that, getting a few people killed, and people were starting to take vigilante action against the truckers. But yeah, this was, I believe, in smaller villages. I think if you get the places where there's towns and that's like when you get to the big cities, it's just, yeah. Have you what's the guy's name? I know his nickname. I don't want to just say his nickname because it's like a comedian. I hate the fact that so many comedians, people know their jokes but they don't know their names. I do know his name, I'm just having an old man moment where my brain is just... Gabriel Iglesias, that's it. Have you seen Gabriel Iglesias? Fluffy, as he is otherwise known. And he talks about his experience in India, especially with the cars and the driving. That absolutely hilarious. But you know what he's saying is like, yeah, it's God. He doesn't even need to make a joke of it. Just talks about it and how his experience of it was, and it's, say, the traffic stops for no one. Like, somebody gets run over, the traffic just goes around. But then you get a cow that stops in the middle of the road and all the traffic stops. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen Gabriel Iglesias, you definitely have to watch some of his material. He's absolutely brilliant. Such a really, just seems like a really genuine, kind-hearted sort of guy too. It's amazing. How's our fuel going? Yeah, fuel's going good, kind of. Yeah. So this headwind's a killer. We're almost flying directly into the wind. Yeah, I saw that. He was so right. The horn's going 24/7. Yeah. And I can't remember if Gabriel brought it up, but I remember somebody telling me about, like, once night falls and that. And I think even Top Gear's mentioned it in the past, but how the dogs start up once everything else quietens down. You need butties in a cuppa, like chip butties. tell you what, you wouldn't have any problem sleeping in this plane at the moment. The drone of the engine, and it's no real turbulence, just a gentle rocking. I love this paint job though. Bare metal. Very sexy for a Cessna 172. Just myself. I've modified the weights. If you check out the beginning of the stream, you see I get rid of. Normally there's a 170-pound pilot and a 170-pound co-pilot. And what I do is I get rid of the co-pilot, I put my real weight into the pilot seat, which when you don't have autopilot on is quite funny because you find it lists slightly to the left. And I've put 50 pounds of luggage in the back as well, because yeah, if I was flying around the world for real, I'd want some supplies with me. So yeah. Although if I go into outside view, because you don't get to, whoops, just hit the handbrake. Not going to have much of an effect while you're in the air. If you go into outside view, it still shows 2 people flying. But, yeah. You guys are on 63 nautical miles. The one handy thing when it does bug out like that, you can see how far you've gone. So we're almost halfway. Very close to halfway. But yeah, it's, and sometimes I do this flight with Brett, although it's been a bit difficult recently. Times haven't really been lining up all that well, and his internet, he's in a fairly rural area in Tasmania, and apparently Tasmania itself has some of the best internet in Australia now, but where he is using like a wireless internet, and it's a bit dodgy. Alright, Jenny. I'll see you if you come back. Flick us a message to let me know. We can keep talking. I'm just about my. Actually, no, my cup's only halfway through. Could do with the warm up though. Actually, that's my ATC. I probably should have done that, eh? Flight following? Not sure I do. That's not quite.
Agra Tower, Denzel 7662 miles east to land.
Yeah, that's a bit early. Hey, Sophie! No. Thanks for sticking around, hun. So, how have you been? We haven't actually had a chat in ages.
Make left traffic runway, flight
Catch up
Denzel
again
76.
soon. I believe we've already got landing instructions for the airport. Way too far out to be doing that. Finally got Christy on Snapchat, which has been fun. I'm sure you've seen the pictures. Runway sort of that direction. Been okay, not drinking has also been good, yeah. Yeah, I've kinda... Alcohol just really, it hasn't done anything for me for a while. I've never been a big drinker. It's okay occasionally to get a little bit inebriated. But yeah, it's mostly a waste of time on me now. This generally makes me feel a bit ick. And it's better occasionally too, like if I'm finding that I'm drinking most weeks, then it's really not nice. But if I go for a few months without it and then have a few drinks, it's much, much nicer. But I was going to say maybe that's just me, but I'm sure it's not just me. But I do seem to have more of a... like, I seem to be less into alcohol than most people. Especially in New Zealand. New Zealanders like a drink. Yeah, I swear, like, I think most people do it out of habit, eh? Which is understandable. I used to smoke, so that was mostly habit. Although I think I got more out of smoking than I did out of drinking, honestly. But I was only, smoking for... I've been around about 10 years, if that. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed smoking more than drinking, weirdly. But I'm a weirdo. Definitely a weirdo. Yeah, smoking way more addictive than drinking for me, so... And a bit worse for my health. So you don't enjoy it anymore either, finding that it's... yep. You're right, Kiwis love to drink. Wait, what? You smoked? Yeah, I used to smoke about... it's about 30 grams a week. Pretty much at my peak would have been 30 grams a week. Maybe slightly less than that. Can't remember. But yeah. Started when I was about 28 and gave up somewhere around 38. Definitely wasn't 40 yet when I gave up, but I know I was pushing 40 when I gave up. But yeah, somebody else wrote me into giving up. I had no intentions of giving up at the time, and then they started smoking again. And I was like, well, fuck you, I'm not going to start smoking again. I'm not going to give in. And yeah, it's been 6 years plus, I think, at the moment, and I still haven't given in. So, still kind of miss it though. Yeah, started at your age. Yep. Bloody youngin'. But yeah, that was one of my little things that I considered one of my little luxuries. So, and there wasn't. Chrissy's just jumped in. She said, "Well, I was going to watch you on Twitch, but you and Sophie are chatting on Facebook." Hi, Sophie. Thanks for jumping in, Christy. Yeah, Facebook seems to be the place to be at the moment, so I don't mind. If either one takes off, that'll be the one that I end up going with, although I need to maybe set up a proper Facebook gaming streaming thing. But I've looked that stuff up. They don't seem to make it all that simple. far are we at? 25 minutes. I'm wondering if I should drop down a wee bit. Probably should drop down at least a little bit. 4,000 speed. There we go. 100 feet a minute. So it should be 10 minutes of descending. Yeah, if vaping had come out just a little bit earlier, vaping was just becoming a thing when I was giving up, and it was really expensive to get into. Well, it wasn't really expensive to get into, but it was the cost of a packet of smokes to get into, and I could either afford to smoke or I could afford to not smoke. I couldn't afford to smoke and buy a vape. It might have been more than... It might have been a few packets. I think I would have needed to save up for about a month to afford a vape. Sophie's... Hi, yes, come and us. Challenge for no drinking and eating properly for 3 weeks. Yeah, I need to start eating properly. Oh, Jenny just said she used to smoke 50 a day. Was that Taylor's you were smoking, Jenny? I don't think vaping's too bad, but people, again, they overdo it, and because vaping's so cheap, people seem to hit it harder. So it can still end up messing up your lungs anyway, from what I see. Yeah, 50 a day. Can you imagine how expensive that would be these days? Probably won't be spending $500 or $600 a week on cigarettes. Just as a hazarding a guess there. Married to a dragon. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, my smoking was basically self-medication. It's when the mental health system won't help you out, you've got to help yourself. So, cigarettes were legal and available. And they definitely help. I think cigarettes saved my life, honestly. I'll probably get banned now from from social media for saying that, but they calmed me the hell down. Gave me something to do other than yeah, I am definitely getting closer. So I'm already descending slowly. So when I get to the edge of this blue line on this map here, I'll descend more rapidly. We're just over 20 minutes now. Yeah, see, about 10 years ago it was far cheaper to smoke than drink, eh? That's, God, I think even now it would be cheaper for me to smoke than to drink. Even with the price that cigarettes are now. I can't afford to get addicted again. That's not good for my health. So. Yeah. It was nice. Wake up in the morning. Put the kettle on, roll a ciggy, pour the coffee, sit outside, have a ciggy, and your coffee. Get a flatmate, talk to the flatmate. Smokes are ridiculous now, but it's got about $100 for a 30 gram, which lasts a week. $100 worth of alcohol wouldn't last me a week. $0.50 a packet. Super work. Wow. Jenny, how long ago was that? No, don't say. Don't say. Mustn't ask a lady her age, even if it's indirectly. Oh, the sugar works, right? You'd be on your phone as well, wouldn't you, Jenny? They're terrible for changing words like that. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, I'm a bit tired. I haven't even been awake that long, and I had a long sleep. I need to be doing more exercise. Is what I need to be doing. I had a dream about that. I won't go into my dream about exercise. It's safe for work, but it's a bit morbid. 50 cents for smokes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I generally don't think people should be smoking, but yeah, I kind of don't like the way that it's. I don't like the way that the attitude towards it these days. I'm not that keen on either. I can't afford the gym, Sophie. I'm hemorrhaging money at the moment. Of course, my version of hemorrhaging is not everybody else's, but yeah, I've got to be really careful with my money. You go to a gym as well, Jenny? Nice. Yeah, I think you must have mentioned that. I'm sure you have. Everybody seems to be in a gym these days. You're wondering about the 50-cent cigarettes as well, Sophie? Start flying over the river. I have a feeling though should zoom that map in actually. Let's go to this view, thank you. And then we can zoom in a wee bit. Right. Taj Mahal's going to be around here somewhere. Around here somewhere. So it's on this side. The smokes were subsidised? Oh yeah, I can definitely do, yeah, walks is what I need to be doing. Let's try and... I think I'm missing part of the conversation. Ah! Pretty boy. How's Pretty Boy doing? Because he just got married recently, didn't he? There we go. 2 knots coming in. Almost at the 4,000. I wonder what they grow in most of these fields, if there's a large variety of stuff or if it's mostly one thing. Looks like, just by the patchwork nature of it, it looks like it's quite varied. That's a real guess though. Don't know anybody at the moment, Jenny, but yes, definitely worth putting it out there. And if there's anybody else on any of my other streams that needs a celebrant and just happens to live in New Zealand, flick me a message and I'll get you in contact with Jenny. Although my audience isn't very big, that might Put it out to the universe. There, you might get a bite. Oh, it has right. No, I didn't get right. She does get married, poor girl. Hey, at least he's pretty. Why did I think he'd said something about him getting married? I must be losing it. Ooh, we are coming into what looks like a more built-up area now. Maybe. Ooh, what's that? Can't quite make out what that is. Hey. What part of me's getting old now? All of me. Love you too, Sophie. Aww. It's picking on me. How can you tell when a girl loves you? She's picking on you. Follow the river. I'm almost following the river. If you look at the line here, it's we'll be breaking off from it soon. Might actually drop down now. Let's get down to other way around. Let's make it like 1500. No, 1200. 1200 sounds good. And then there we go. She's Kirsty, don't you start. Oh, getting it from both sides now. Not quite the fantasy I imagined. Oh, we're redlining. Let's... actually no, keep the autopilot on. But we will change to heading instead of the navigation. We'll go with heading. Bloody girls. So mean. The way this river snakes around is amazing. It's like right on the verge of just cutting through some of these. What is going on in the chat? Having a like revolution against the patriarchy in the chat here. Did you want to backseat drive there, Jenny? You're doing wrong. Watch that bit. Oh, hang on. What did I see over there? No. Just a slightly Taj Mahal shaped blob momentarily from a distance when I only looked at it briefly. Yes, I do love you anyways. Wouldn't want to be without any of you. You all make me very happy. Right. Let's get down in my seat a little bit. I'm guessing it's going to be on the more northern bank. I haven't looked up exactly what the area looks like around the Taj Mahal. But the simulator being what the simulator is, it probably will stand out like a sore thumb. So I'm not too worried. A great jewel store. Not near the Taj. On there, still a lot of farmland. I thought when I saw this from a distance, I thought maybe it was a lot of city-ish stuff, but it's not so much at the moment. All right, Jenny. Not Jenny. Sophie. Sophie. I can't use those words on my stream. I'll get banned. You sleep well, Sophie. Taj Mahal surrounded by parkland. Right, that might help a wee bit. Yeah, she said she might be able to make it to karaoke. So, fingers crossed. I kind of feel like this is low enough. Altitude button, there we go. God damn it. Oh, I hit that. They broke the controls. There we go. That'll do. Joystick makes it work. They messed up the keyboard controls for the sim. I'm sure it's gotta be. It'd be great to see you there, Sophie. Right, I'm gonna hang a right. I'm almost wondering if I just fly to the airport, because I was close to the airport. Fly to the airport and then work my way back. Just done it again. Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it. I think we would have seen it if we'd carried on going to the airport. That's alright. Bit of adventure. Should directly west. Yeah, I see it. I see it, Jenny. Are you asking me if I can speak Hindi, Jenny? be lucky if I know 2 words of Hindi. Sweet as. See you then, Sophie, if your head's feeling better. No, I am very much, what is it, a monolinguist? Actually, what is the term for somebody that can speak more than one language? It's like a polyglot, isn't it? So wouldn't it be a monoglot or something? Something like that. Sweet. Yeah, no, I know an absolute handful of words in other languages. Nothing to be particularly useful. Who's the clever bugger? Oh, me talking about... Kisses, Sophie. Hugs. Yeah, now it's getting all the buildings going. There it is. Actually, that's looking pretty good. It's not standing out like a sore thumb. That seems like a fairly high quality model there. Let's see what it looks like when we get closer. There's bilingual, yeah. There's knowing 2 languages. And then, of course, multilingual will be multiple languages. But yeah, I think if it was Greek, though, as the polyglot would be Greek, whereas bilingual would be Latin. Okay, disengaging autopilot. Wait, there we go. Autopilot is off, slowing down. The airport is really close. Yeah, really close, yeah. So we can pretty much have a fly around here. Oh, is it actually? It's actually looking at the smart camera is actually looking at the Taj. It's the Taj, darling. Oh, that looks really good. Christy just looked it up. She says you are correct. Is that the just the multilingual or the polyglot stuff and all that? Let's get back on power. Looks amazing in this light. Throttle. It's looking at the airfield now. I'm making it closer to the Taj. No, it's still looking at the airfield. Sure. Smart camera's not so smart sometimes. Beautiful. You can cycle. Can you cycle around it, Jenny? It's fairly well detailed. I mean, we're going by so fast, even in this slow plane, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Quite a contrast to the city around it, isn't it? Okay, we need to reach the next travel a wee bit. That's pretty good though. Let's get back on track for the airport. That was pretty cool though, that was definitely worth flying around. I love the colours on these buildings. On this flight, I'm not going to try and land in the middle of the Taj Mahal. It doesn't look like there's enough. Was I flying the 172 over? I don't think I was flying the 172 over Central. Maybe I was. Not 100% sure. Yeah. You're welcome, Jenny. As I said, we'll be flying over a few more places later on, and you can always catch runway 5. I need to go this way. You can always catch my streams like later on as well, because they stay up. So obviously you won't be able to interact with me once I'm gone. It's a recording, but yeah, and then of course because it's a recording, you can kind of flick through. I should be going around this anti-clockwise. Let's do that. Let's be good boys and girls. Nice looking airport around here. Hey, 100 messages on Restream. Ah, did you screenshot it? Nice. As I said, you can. Don't know. Do you use YouTube, Jenny? Wow, that was a surprisingly hard sentence to say. Yeah, do you use YouTube? Because I have a channel on there that I stream to. Right. Well, if you look up Denzel on YouTube, I can't type it in here unfortunately because this is read only for me. Christy can probably point you in the right direction. Then you can see my YouTube channel and the mischief I get up to on there, and the old flights as well, because sometimes finding stuff on Facebook is really difficult because they don't really want you to find stuff, they just want you to watch the next viral video. They're not interested in making it easy to use, so YouTube is much nicer for that. Oh, there we go. Christy has put up the actual channel link, so if you're interested in watching more of the stuff, there it is. Ah, you're off to bed before... No, not before I land. I'm just about to land, Jenny. You can't leave me now. So close to landing, just a few minutes away. Why does that airstrip has no number on it? Thanks for watching, Jenny. This bird on the ground. And love you too, Jenny. Here we go.
Denzel 76 cleared to land runway 5.
There we go, cleared. Nice, thank you.
320 at 12.
12 knots, yeah. Cool.
Cleared to land
What's the
runway
temperature
5
now?
Denzel
21
76.
degrees. Nice. You just crashed them. I'm so close to landing. If you want to stick around, get to see it. And it's 21 degrees outside at the moment. It's like it's getting a bit warmer, 22 degrees now. Ooh, the sun's right in my face. A reflection anyway. Here we go. Coming in at a bit of a steep angle here, but that's fine. It's fine. This better be runway 5. It should be runway 5, am I right? Yeah, it's runway 5. Can't even see the numbers yet, but I know it's runway 5. I'm not using any flaps, but I am coming in way too fast. I'm coming in so fast. Wow. We're going to float this along for a bit. We are coming in like a rocket ship. This is kind of hilarious. It's alright, slowing down quite dramatically now. Oops. Getting a bit of... There we go, wheels on the ground. Ooh, go on. There we go, slowing right down, that's good. We can get off the runway. There we go.
76 exit, runway when able.
Thank you everyone for watching me fly today.
Adental 76
It's
contact
not the
ground
biggest
on
audience I've
110
had, but
decimal
it's
tree.
I think it's been the most time actually that people have stuck around and watched for. So
122
like
decimal tree for Adental 76.
the highest percentage, almost from the beginning right to the end. Now I just need to find a park, but basically the flight is over. Thanks, Jenny. It was. I came in way too fast. I didn't really do any. I didn't prepare for it at all. Oh, now I've got to park over there. Marvelous. Yeah. But it went pretty well considering I made that mistake. There was nothing went horribly wrong. And what is it they say? Any landing you can walk away from is a good one. And I kept the plane intact, so that's a bonus there. Let's turn this around. Try and follow their directions. I reckon they want me to go over here somewhere, and then I reckon I should be able to taxi over there. They're telling me to go over there. I'd love to get a pilot's license. I think the problem is I wouldn't be able to... getting it, I'd be able to probably get a student loan and get a pilot license, but then maintaining it would be where I'd run into difficulty. So get a decent paying job first, or find a decent income stream first, and then I could do that. See what life does. It would be nice to fly, but I'm quite pleased that I can do this. I enjoy scootering around the place. It's got its own little levels of freedom too. I'd love a motorbike. I miss my old motorbike. But again, it's living within my means. And the scooter is so cheap, it's delightful. Delightfully cheap. Is there somebody in my parking spot? No. Sorry people, I need to get through here. It's giving me very, very dodgy taxi instructions. I'm going on a tour of the airport. Oh, turn please. Thank you. Now we're going down here. It's funny doing the taxiing after landing, some of the places it takes you. See, I'm sure I didn't need to cross the runway to do this. Oh, come all the way down here. And what's the time in game now? It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. almost 11 o'clock here. Okay, I'm not seeing any aircraft approaching the runway. Can't see very well up that side. No, not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. That's it, across the runway we go. Bit of braking. Thank you. We're almost there. It's like trying to find park at Christmas time. Here we go. And look, there's a fuel truck there for us. How are we doing on fuel? Oh, we're just about to have the fuel light come on. We've still got like a sixth of a tank, which is not too bad. Oh. There we go. A little bit closer, I think. There we go. Right. Thank you everyone for watching. I might catch you next time. I hopefully will catch at least a few of you at karaoke on Friday. Let's cut the engine. Throttles at 0. Battery off. Warning off. And there we go. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time. And yeah, have a good one. Love you guys. Bye.